What's up, guys? What's up, Bunkans fam? Wagwan, wagwan, wagwan. I am at work and it's raining. So I want to go and see a client, but because of how it's raining, I cannot park in my car just to wait and for the rain to to stop so I can go and see the client. But while doing that in my car, I decided to tell you guys what no, I decided to do a little story time. A little story time. So this story time is about my visit to a spiritual healer. Spiritual healer or pastor. Pastor slash I don't know if it's a pastor. Well, it's a pastor that claimed to heal people spiritually. So I guess it would make him a spiritual healer. I don't know. Yeah, so yeah. So guys, as you know, I'm a breast cancer survivor. Right? And my visit was like a year after. Because and at the time I was in college. So, I finished my treatment and I'm a girl of faith. Let me say this. I'm a girl of faith. But I guess probably a year after, my faith was shaken. And my faith must have been shaken for me to even think of going to a place like that. Because let me tell you, there is nothing I detest more than pastors and who claim to be healers. I hate it. There is no any church, and this is my belief, any church you go to and you're sure for your yes when you pray and you're sure for leave with healing. Once there's assurance in any church where you go, to me, it's no church. Because my Bible, let me know, tell me that when you pray, you're going to hear yes, no, or later. But these church are straight yes. So I'm not got church where I'm going to get yes. You understand? So anyway, so prior to going, I never have believed in pastors like those. And after visiting, I never will. You understand? All right. So, because let me tell you something. I remember when I was doing treatment, and there's this church in Jamaica, a well-known church, yeah, who claim to offer those kind of sow seed. Because even at that church, they sow something called seed. Another thing that I hate, I don't believe some if I give you 10,000, if you get 20,000. Me not join them the kind of foolishness there. What kind of seed mess? That come like a voodoo. Those church are to me a voodoo church. Voodoo. So anybody take up themselves and go to them church there. To in my head, know our voodoo. Uno can't wait for God, uno can't wait for miracles, so no settle for magic. I don't settle for magic. I will pray and pray until God grant me my miracle. All right. And I remember when I was sick, this popular magic church in Jamaica. I remember coming from the hospital, I was doing chemo, and somebody from the church, because him see, I remember a person from that church, they were handing out tracts or flyers, whatever. And he walked up to me and he said that the Spirit of God tell me that you're sick and you need healing. And I looked at him and I said, the Spirit of God should tell you that I'd rather die before I let you work any magic on me. You understand? And I walked past him. So in my eyes of sickness, I still never stuck up for it. But anyway, as I said, no, I was in college and I saw this man on my TV claim to be a healer. And I never liked it. As I said, I never liked him because I said foolishness and all of that. But then I started seeing credible people start believing in him, and him start getting shows, and I start seeing testimonies, not just from regular people, but people who, in my head, would never associate themselves with things like those. So it kind of made me start say, well, if that a Christian and that a pastor as well, and that person they believe and I talk about it, maybe it's different after all, maybe. So I said to my housemate, I said, so I'm going to go up there and I'll go see what I'm going to do for me. And my housemate said, she'll come. And I said to some person in my community that I'm going. Part of it was for joke and part of it was serious, to be honest. Alright, so I remember Reggae Boys was playing, so I said, you know what, me not just take up myself go there, so, but I want to go to the match. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave early, stop at the church, and then leave and go to the game. Reach there about 11 o'clock. When we reach there, people from all walks of life. Let me tell you, some wealthy people were there. But I didn't see the pastor. But later on I realized that the pastor has been on the compound for the longest while, but he was doing private session. Now why a pastor? Why you do that he had the private session? But so it kind of made me uncomfortable. I realized that pastor is there but locked in a room and deal with people privately and all of that. And me saying, but you're just like I thought. But you know, your girl a fight the feeling same way because I want to see what go on for me. So about my mom different about 11 a.m. you know, about 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Me see pastor, me see them a gather now say pastor I go start church, night church. When me look people start fight if you go in night church. When people them a fight, the ushers are the person that are members of the church that's supposed to ensure that order is maintained. Sorry guys for the noise, because you know I parked at the road so the trucks and the cars passing and it's kind of noisy. Yeah man, so the people that are members of the church that's supposed to ensure that order is maintained, they were very rude and disrespectful. And I'm saying to myself, but these people are not Christ-like. Because even if the visitors are not behaving accordingly, that's not how you deal with people. So I'm saying to myself, what? No, there's no way this could be a place of God. But me still a fight the spirit. Until about until about 7 o'clock when the pastor came. And I'm big old, I don't want to say big old fat man. He's a well endowed man in terms of width and in terms of stomach length. If you get what I mean. Big. I don't want to say big. Huge. Huge. Don't know what difference it made. But yeah, it was huge. So he took off his belt. Let me tell you something before we reach here, sir. So while the people are there fighting, I'm a warrior. So when we go somewhere, I don't care if 1,000 people there. If the aim is to reach the front, your girl gonna reach the front. When me I go to school, I fight to go in a bus. So me know if you fight in a crowd to reach a front. You understand? So while they were there fighting, your girl wiggle her way to the front of the line and leave them down there fight. So when he came now, because they were fighting, he took off his belt and started flashing belt. And me I tell you, so when he took off his belt and started flashing it, I paused because the belt almost lit me and I just looked at him like that and me and him I make 4 as Jamaican I say. Because me I say, God, if this man ever lit me with the belt, I'm going to take off him and I'm going to give him a piece of beating in church. You understand that? When we don't know what pin skin in church because you don't do that. You don't do that. So I looked at him and he looked at me and then he said to the people, form a line behind her. So at that point now everybody were lining up behind me. Alright, so I'm going to church, long story short, we reach in a church. They didn't sing and carry on. And about 9 o'clock, they say healing start. Me hear him have something when I say so a seed like a car, if I give $5,000, him start, to be honest, he started from 50,000. So 50,000, you carry 50,000, then you cut it down to 40, 10. Listen to me, ain't going all in the pit name piggy bank. The pastor, the man of so-called man of God reach. When him leave out of the 100, he starts at $50. You hear me I tell you? And I was there, I was like, God, this is not a place of God. But me still did it. So anyway, people contribute and sow them seed or whatever them call it. And healing start. And people start drop. Me see start flash something so everybody turn over. And me still turn up there. Then, don't know what comes me not drop. Me not understand how me not drop. Me not even feel no way holy. And spirit I catch up and me just look. So me at one point now me start question, me still say, I wonder if me ungodly so make nothing can happen to me, Cause nothing go on. Everybody I get excited and I drop left, right and center. And no matter how you wheel round for me side, me still stand up there. Anyway, it happened that nothing ain't go on for me. I come home very disappointed. Luckily I had I have friends in Kingston that I could stay with. So I stayed in Kingston. Because hello, I'm Mandeville, I left from go there, so I'm telling you, I'm Mandeville, I left from go to Kingston, and everybody knows if I'm Mandeville to Kingston for. Alright, so I stayed in Kingston, and I stay. I now come along, I just really see what the man have to offer. So I say, I go back. I went back. And I called him. There was a number, and I called him, and I told him that I was at the church, as I came there to see him, because I wanted to see, because I'm never telling me how, because I learned me not telling me how, me just want to be safe and can pick up. Because I read, you see who do this, who do that, who Obeah, who all those nonsense, So me not tell him nothing. But I said I want to see him. And he said that I should come like a Wednesday to come and see him. So I said, alright. Remember, say, man, tell me if you come in. You know, me go Wednesday. It never full. They left early Wednesday. And the man called everybody else who come after me and talk to them and saying heal them and saying do this and do that. And me sit down there. So till about 4 o'clock in the evening, and I was there from about 10 o'clock. And 4 o'clock in the evening, everybody come and leave me. I know the man no look for me, you know. So till one of my cousins, me tell her, say I was there, she came there. So when my cousin came, the man start read her, other tell her things, I tell her, say, Ray, and she go foreign and what go happen. And I know the man not say nothing to me. And now you tell me if you come. So when me there, they know I see everybody I get reading and I get things I said to the man. So, Pastor, oh, you not say anything about me. You're not, Lord Jesus, me tired. Me tired. So I say, Pastor, from morning me there. I've been here all morning. He must say, they don't want me drop down over you. Because I'm tired, man. And I said, tired for do. And, you know, and him said, do come Sunday. I said, Pastor, me can't come back. He said, come, I'm tired. So I said, Pastor, then suppose me come Sunday, then I'm hear something else. He must say, no, I must come Sunday. And then call one I remember and say, see this young lady I told her to come Sunday, so look out for her when she comes Sunday. Anyway, I take up myself, you know, you see me disobedient. Take up myself, you know, and go Sunday, you know. Go Sunday and sit down so till church start. When church start, pastor starting healing. Come here, cut out some irrelevant thing. Alright, me not cut out this. While I was there waiting for church to start, because I reached before church start, I was there and I was seeing they were selling holy water and all of those things, and I don't believe in those foolishness. So I said I'm not buying, because at this point I don't even feel like I'm at a church, to be honest. I've seen enough not to think that I'm at a church. Then the devil, then God go make me see some people are run over one cloth, run back and a chant. And I jump over it. And I said, but pooper God. How this no be a man me take up myself and come? And a pastor, this how be a man this? So I sit down there now, I start keep church in my heart. Me still, you see, me time me no leave, you know, for me left, you know, me sit down there, you know. Start keep church in my heart now, come start feeling guilty, because I realize I am not at a place of God. I don't want their water, I don't want the olive oil, I don't want anything from them, because this is not of God. So I sit down there, I start ask God to forgive me. While sitting there, before me go to my yard, I ask God to forgive me. I'm sorry, I'm start keep on church in my heart, but I still insist and I want to say, Pastor. So anyway, when we didn't want church start and me go inside and all of that, I try block out what I've seen, because I say I don't want to block my blessing, because I block out what I don't see, because I say problem I believe make me see all of these things. So I try block out it. Anyway, after me did I try block out it, and Pastor come and church start and he starting healing and all of that. Pastor look in my eyes, so you know, and Pastor called everybody around me, you know, and Pastor not address me, you know. So I said, God, then this man you gonna make me waste my time and come here again. And not give me healing. Come here and tell us that I don't understand where I go, because people are get healing, people are get dropped left, right, and center. Nothing are going for me in the church. So when I sit down and I start look for pastor, you know, because I decide to pastor upon pulpit, and I tear down pastor, so till pastor get uncomfortable and call me. When the man call me, hear the man. I not have no boyfriend, you know. Them set you for mad. I said, God, oh, this is a foolishness, this man you say. So I say, Pastor, nobody not set me for mad. I'm telling you, I say, Pastor, because no, me answer me in the church now. Nobody not set me for mad. Listen to me. You take somebody, husband, and the wife set you for mad. I say, Pastor, nothing no go so. You hear him now? There's a mermaid spirit. They set a mermaid spirit on you. I want to laugh you know. I said, Pastor, no mermaid spirit, you know. You're a lesbian. Guys, I have nothing against lesbian. But to me, lesbianism don't make no sense. I don't see the sense. Figure going on a relationship with person, because let me tell you this. People capable of hurting, whether you're a man or a woman. I just never see the sense to go in a relationship for somebody use a fake penis on me when we can actually have the real penis. You understand? It just something that make no sense. It go against even my religious belief. But anything I want to each his own. I no reason about people and them things. So anyway, I say Pastor no, but Pastor lick below the belt now when Pastor try to tell me say me a lesbian. So I say Pastor no. Instead we have a lesbian friend. I don't have much friends. I'm sure no. So the friends that I have, they are not lesbians. So I say Pastor nothing like that. Yeah, you know no? which month you born? I said, July. You're lied. You're lied. So he said to me, no. At July me born, so me know so you're lied. So you realize the pastor just confess him a lied. So, me look one pastor. I'm saying, no, you need to apologize to me. You know, I church and people them look. I say, no, you need to apologize to me. Because I say, nothing way I say no make no sense. So anyway, in this I say, I truly me not understand the spiritual world. Why me not in agreement. So pastor now start waiting olive oil and go so blah, 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 blah. So me stand up and look one pastor. Pastor go again. So me stand up and look one pastor. Then it show more olive oil in their hand now. Because then time that you have people stand up behind if you catch you when you drop. So then show more olive oil in their hand. And him babbling foolishness. And give me one more lick in my forehead. And I still stand up and look upon him. Because what's supposed to happen though? Where got me lip in my forehead? And to the people that me forward in pastor lick on, what happened? Tell me, because I not get it. You know? So the pastor, they did lip in my forehead. And he said, nothing go on for him. Nothing go on for me. That's nothing go on for you to worry. And he tell me figure out my seat. So I start cuss. Because you need to apologize to me. So I tell the man say you need to apologize. The man tell me say I'm not apologizing. And I crowd, you know. He tell me say no apologize. People, let me tell you. I cuss pastor in a church, I cuss pastor in church. You see when church over, me stay in the church here and I cuss him so till crowds start gather around me. Because I start cussing him, I'm say my Obeah man, him and pastor, I'm a liar. Says I disrespect me, I go disrespect you. Because at that time, I realized that the Spirit of God is with me and that man is Satan. And I cuss pastor in the church here so till when church over and the people then gather around me, I start cussing him and call him false prophet and all sort of something. Instead, when I church sister come and call me round the back. So I go around there. You hear me now, no? Ma'am, you don't understand the spiritual world. Mr. Pastor, there's nothing to understand. Mr. First and foremost, there's nothing called mermaid. In the Bible, there's a spirit called mermaid spirit, and mermaid spirit is a lesbian. I am to in church, bridging them, run the back with him now once in one room there. Tell her and explain, and them a try. Mr. Hey, no bother with the foolishness. Not near mermaid spirit. Nobody not set me feel mad. Me say I've never thought. You know, if me ever thought about committing suicide. Me say nothing like that. Never. Me say what me expect if you say. Because I better, if a man could have seen anything, I said to me say you're a cancer survivor, you did sick. Not even that a man could have said to me, no man. Not even that. So you see, when me did it no one, me and him a kick off running out because me still want to apologize to me. My brother called me and said, where are you? I tell my brother. Because my brother was supposed to drop me home. I'm sorry, what my brother name? I tell my brother, I soon come. And yeah, no, go on. In quick figure, let me know, Go on. And that's so. I take up myself and just leave in place. So guys, that was my first encounter and last encounter with a so-called prophet, so-called man of God, so-called spiritual healer. And guess what? That man that has received millions from people end up back on the road. No ramp with God. Here, after all this seed where people sow, that the man they end up right back on the road and a big tree at town, at Kingston, a preach, not have nothing. People, moral of the story, live and trust God. Pray and have faith. You understand? Don't let anybody work any magic on you. There's a difference between magic and miracle. Magic come from man, miracle come from God. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we post a video. See you.